language for science. Continuing. What do I need to do to get that v sub f on its own? Yo, what is happening?
Oh, you are.
So if there is subtraction, I need to add. Done. I'm using properties of equality to create an equivalent equation. That's it. You just have to recognize this v sub 0 is how we read that, or v naught, the initial velocity. And so if I do net minus v naught plus v naught, that creates a 0. I've not finished it. You still need the final small little step to finish solving for v sub f. Matthew, was that as hard as you made it?
No.
Yes.
I didn't even do that because I didn't know how to do it.
Matthew, you're solving for v sub f.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool. What's the last thing being done? Division by t.
Yes.
What's the inverse of that?
Subtraction. No, multiplication. G.
So you multiply by t on both sides. Like, I just needed you to make an equivalent equation.
Yeah, I just didn't know how to do it.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
Matthew, y'all, I need y'all to pay attention to this and understand this. Just because it's a different equation than one you've ever done before doesn't mean you don't know how to do it.
Oh Lord, did that?
The only thing you needed to recognize is there's division. What's going to undo division?
Multiplication.
So then multiply.
I thought it was
There was subtraction, but it was together with the v sub f. Once we got to that, then I needed to add.
The young lot of Indians.
But like, you knew how to do that. Yes.
I know, like, all I knew was just like.
It's just properties of equality. Oh, there's too much talking. I'll answer 2 questions on this. Ari, what's your question?
So we're gonna do t times a plus vo equals vf.
Right.
It's just
That's it. Y'all, it is on the board. It's not complicated. Read what is there. Use your brain. But Matthew, if it says that it's an equivalent equation, what's the only things that create equivalent equations? Properties of done. And the distributive and the commutative properties. But I asked you to make an equivalent equation, you're using your properties.
You're right.
That's it.
You're right.
You're making it way more complicated than it has to be.
You're right about that one too.
No, Matthew, you did know that. That is what 90% of the first
I didn't
unit
know what to
was on.
start.
Boy, you
doing.
scratching this man out. He finna have anxiety attack when he gets
Matthew, you're trying to create zeros and what? You see how I multiplied by t to create a 1? Like, all you had to do was recognize there was division to know you needed to multiply.
Stop.
That's it.
I would have depression if I.
Gotta do the inverse. Alright, I'm gonna make sure you at least, hey, let's at least make sure we have the equation for number 13.
What's the thing? Is that it?
So number 13, I'm gonna let you use your brain. Okay, I'm gonna let you use your brain. Number 13. The University of Alabama Rec Center offers 2 possible ways to pay for its.
Come on, use your mind, cuz.
The University of Alabama Rec Center offers 2 possible ways to pay its full entry fee. $30 for each entry, or a summer membership pass of $360 and an additional $15 for each entry. Roy chose the first payment option, Joel chose the second. How many times would Roy and Joel have to go to the rec center pool together for Joel's cost to be less? Ooh, that should be the same. Make that the same.
Okay, right.
Because if it's the same, what do we have? An equality or an equation. How can I represent option 1?
Option 1.
$30
Yeah, so $30 for each entry. So how am I going to represent that?
X plus 30. What? I mean,
3.
30 times X.
X plus 30?
D3.
no. Just get X times 30. No.
Why would it be 30x?
Because
No.
you know how many
how many
dollars
entries.
Hold on.
You don't know how many entries.
Okay. What'd you say? Okay, so we don't know how many times it went, but why is it 30 times? You told me why it's 30.
No.
You told me why it's x, but why is it 30 times x?
Because you're $30.
Say it again, Kelsey.
Repeatedly adding.
We're repeatedly adding $30. What operation shows repeated addition? Multiplication. You need to recognize that this multiplication right here is because we are repeatedly adding. Because that helps us in part 2. That 360, is that happening one time or multiple times?
One time.
No. It's a summer membership pass of $360.
One time.
That's one time. Then every time you go after that, it costs how much?
Plus 550.
Alright.
Plus 15x.
Oh, 15.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a one-time fee. That is how much you're paying every time you go to the pool from there on in.
So it's a song.
We comparing for that.
You ain't know that. This time so late. No, I'm not talking to you. We work. I'm sorry.
Get off your iPad. Do you understand 12? Do you understand 12?
Oh, I was close.
Can you teach me and Claire?
She's gonna get tough when they find it.
It's the same thing.
So they want to say she gonna come get the
The
money.
last thing being done. What's being You heard the way she said.
You ain't there.
Wait, the body back.
Shut up.
Shut up. Anyway. Sit down. Anyway.
So she's right there.
So we're divided by We're divided by 2.
Hey Rose, if you had questions, why weren't you asking questions of the whole class so that we could all learn instead of talking to
I didn't know how
Kelsey
to
and Claire earlier?
I didn't know how to explain it.
All you had to do was ask a question and then we could have gone over that together.
I'm not a very social person.
Get over it.
I don't like talking.
And you say you're not a social person, but all the time I look back there and you're talking to people instead of
I
paying
don't like
attention.
talking out loud and
I don't even like people like that. You talk
Just ask
about
questions of the whole. Listen, hey, I need y'all to hear me very clearly on this. Listen up. I encourage you talking and questioning within your small group. When it is time to work in your small group. When you are talking while I'm at the board teaching, you are missing important information. Stop that. Like, pay attention and ask questions of the whole class, because then someone else might be able to share their insight, or someone else might need that help too. So stop talking within your small groups when it's whole class discussion time, and ask questions of the whole class. Is that clear? Okay. What is giving you trouble?
everything.
She said number 12.
Yeah. It sounds like a whole different language coming out of your mouth.
what you mean? That was him. I'm a snitch.
Rose,
I can't see.
what are we trying to solve for? Is that what the problem says?
Yeah.
Then what is an equivalent equation such that VF has been solved for? Right? I recommend circling what you're trying to solve for to start. What are we trying to solve for? VF. There's a few different ways to get there. The easiest way, though, is, you see this division right here?
Yeah.
You go with that, Rose? What's going to undo division?
You gonna question?
Okay, multiply. Multiply by what? Well, it's not just division, it's division by what, Rose? So then we're going to multiply by what? That's it. You multiply by t.
You right?
Notice, what is t divided by t?
T.
Nope.
Oh, one.
Anything divided by itself is
One.
1. So I'm creating a 1. But if I want it to be equivalent, I have to do it to the other side as well. T times A.
You right.
So T times A, I cancel that out, creating a 1,
I heard my father.
is equal to V sub F minus V sub 0.
True.
I am searching for V sub F.
Okay.
So what do I need to get rid of?
Oh, 0.
The V sub 0, but what operation is attached to it?
No.
Subtraction, so what's going to undo that?
Addition.
What am I going to add by?
1. What? I'm testing too.
Notice here, Rose, that's going to create a,
1, 0.
now you have what V sub F is equal to, and you just write the left-hand side.
Okay.
So we need to
Okay, that was smart. That was real smart. She still don't understand. I can tell by her face.
divided by V.
You know what they're going to say. Your mom just like,
Do you get it right?
your mom said she
Hold up.
wait a minute.
We'll look at it with you really quickly. Alright, Matthew, I can't give you the answer in your already have.
Yeah, I was just wondering why you did.
If you had 3x plus 7, what would you write?
307.
3 7 times.
It's about like.
No.
If you had 3x plus 7, what would you write? You would just do 3x plus 7.
T.
Hey, y'all, we got 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left. Do we need to talk about this slope, distance, or midpoint at all?
No.
This is also due tomorrow. Y'all, we still have plenty of time. Sit down and stop. Hey,
Good afternoon, Hillcrest. All homecoming maids and homecoming king candidates, please meet in the lobby right after school. All homecoming maid and homecoming king candidates, please meet in the lobby after school. If you're interested in boys and girls bowling, please be at question in room 406 or contact your library. Mr. Wilson is extending the deadline for interest forms for
I need
District
everyone's
5
attention up
District
here.
5 to Tuesday, October 5th. Please see or
what
email
is
Mr.
D
Wilson.
squared equal to?
There are 2 different
I'm changing X, changing X. Squared.
The homecoming court will take place today. You'll find 2 of those for today's room.
How do we
All
calculate
printed
slope?
graded with tests Wednesday.
Equals that.
Oh my God. No. Okay, so you will hold on to this.
Good man. It was a bad day. I know.
Hey, Mark.
Keep up with yourself.
Stop, that's not
It is. Yeah, man.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget your review homework and this slope. Excuse me, why are we talking over me? This is me who's teaching. Austin Bashar, stop talking and listen. Hey, y'all stop talking right now. Your review homework and this slope, distance, and midpoint is due tomorrow. If you need a reminder about the... Dee, I'm talking. If you need a reminder about the equations, they're on the board. Take a quick picture. There's someone who had a question before they left. What's your question?
He just not.
It is. You see it where it's folded right here?
I know what all the other things
I'm just playing. Hey, all the options again.
Somebody leaving their phone.
They'll be back this morning.
Okay.
What are your options?
This for me. This for me to get those.
Let's try this 1/2. It's multiplied by 4x. And it's multiplied by 6.
Oh, distributed.
Right.
I've been
It's
studying
just
that
distributed.
today.
Okay, no problem.
Why? No. He's
How
not
you doing,
a
Mr.
distraction.
Pretty good. How's it
Did
going?
you read that email?
Huh?
Did you read that email?
A new email?
From Higdon, saying that it looks like that they've gotten the team